Readings from Neptune Tarot Podcast, a podcast for tarot, mysteries, and pop culture.
Freak-off party.
The one that starts with, wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Amid the mounting lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs.
Imagine a party so wild that it left all of Hollywood speechless.
This is the first video, the first photo of Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura since his arrest for the shocking allegations inside this 14-page indictment.
Guess you already know who I'm talking about.
About Diddy is sending shockwaves through the industry. Diddy's so-called...
Hello everybody, and welcome to this pop culture reading that was requested by a friend. This was requested on P Diddy, on what's going on with him, what's the energy, if he's gonna go to, who's he gonna snitch on, who's he not gonna snitch on. So yeah, so let's see. I don't think I have Campbell X on there, but this is gonna be. Alright, this is going to be a tarot card reading on P. Diddy, on what can be going on with him, what he needs to know, whatever. What we are going to know and what we are going to need to be aware of. And keep in mind, this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes and just my opinion. No facts, so nobody, come bring in and be like, and honestly, you're defending P. Diddy, that just tells me more about you than anybody else. Alrighty, so what's going on with this P. Diddy? And you know what? No, it's funny. As someone who's a strong Calle 13 fan, Atrévete and Multiviral are like my favorite albums by him. And also Yo Quiero Que Lloren. Okay. He has this song called P Diddy on his very first album, and it's like he was dissing P Diddy and being like, "Hay un chorro de lechones, yo no soy lechon," and that's like slang and derogatory in Puerto Rican for something else. Hay un chorro de jamones, yo no soy jamón, aunque me ofrezco un millón, yo le digo que no. Hay un chorro de jamones, and then he's like, aunque Puff Daddy me ofrece un millón, yo le digo. And me and my dad were like, circa 2013, we're like, why is he dissing P. Diddy? Like, out of all people, why is this man beefing with P. Diddy? And now I know why. P. Diddy probably made like a pass at him, and Rene was probably like, que, like, I'm not, what? Like, he got offended the same way 50 Cent got offended when P. Diddy was like, let me take you shopping, 50. And 50 Cent, man, what? 50 was so offended. But let's see what's going to happen with P. Diddy. He's going to end up snitching on someone. Yo digo que sí, because he always had the cameras rolling. That man has enough to silence the entire world. Alright, so that he does a lot of occult stuff, that's not a secret. And he is obsessed with the occult. And he like obsesses with people. Ew! No, pues, I'm not surprised. He's trying to stop, like, other news from coming out because it's going to cause a huge protest against, like, a guitar player. And this is not a rumor. This is the truth. It's about what a certain guitar player is into. I don't know why. And that he's into, like, astral traveling. So for those of you that don't know what astral traveling is, if you've seen The Scarlet Witch or Doctor Strange Part 2, there's a part where the Scarlet Witch and Stephen Strange have their candles lit, and she does crisscross, and then she starts, like, in her head meditating to where she wants to go. That's a form of astral traveling. It also comes out in Bluey, which I was like, wait, what? When Bluey goes to sleep and she becomes a fruit bat, when you travel to people in dreams, that is a form of astral. You can be either asleep or you can be in a meditative state. So P. Diddy and these celebrities are very well versed in this occult magic. But when I did the Beyonce reading, I got candle magic, which is kind of novice when you really think about it. And I also got, they hang out with like this bruja. Es una viejita that looks like a bruja. She's been around. I don't know her name. Rihanna's been seen with her. I forgot who else has been seen with her, and also Marina and Bravovic, the one they do spirit cooking. And spirit cooking involves your bodily fluids, such as spit, semen, and blood. And they do that for really dark ritualistic practices. And when I was younger, I don't know why I was reading Cosmopolitan, but I saw that P. Diddy, I'm going to put this on Patreon, by the way. I saw that this is demonic practices. Like, it wasn't for the sake of, starting life in Christian faith. It was for the sake of taking your power and humiliating you and dominating you and destroying your spirit in every level. So, yeah, so this is someone that lost his divinity. Like, he really sold his soul to the devil. Like, he never, like, and this kind of looks like where he grew up in Brooklyn or New York. But, bro, I was just talking about fucking bruja. Ahí está la brujota. And that's what she looks like. She wears, like, dark lipstick and shit like that. And I don't know if this was assigned at birth to him, but we might end up finding out that he had secret children with other women. Yeah, since he was a child, he's been introduced and indoctrinated into these ritualistic practices. So he was bien chiquitillo when he started being introduced to the Queen of the Coast. And the Queen of the Coast is who T.D. Jake is allegedly worshipping to. And that's, right. And these red and white robes keep popping up to me. What reading did I do? Jaguar Right. The Jaguar Right reading I did, where I kept noticing red and white robes, and I was like, I don't know if that's like a rank. But ever since that, since he's been indoctrinated into this, he was left speechless and couldn't handle it, is what I'm getting. He's been isolated, and he knew that he wasn't going to be normal ever since. So, so I always hear that these celebrities never start from rags to riches. They're always chosen, or they have a sort of military connection. Like Ariana Grande's grandmother, if I'm not mistaken, she's in the Navy, and so on and so forth. There's always some sort of military background that leads them to this connection, or they're flat out Nepo baby. But now he's feeling alone because nobody else wants to be outed about participating in these rituals, and how he gets copycat women to try to emulate each other so that they could, oh my gosh, he's trying to play Build a Divine Feminine. And yeah, he legit sold his soul to the freaking devil. No machine gun. And he does moon magic. So what he does with women is that he makes them try to compete with each other. And I kind of noticed this with Carisha, very pick me of her. And it made me not like City Girls anymore. Carisha, please, for real. So then what happened is, like, what I'm seeing is that he makes these women try to compete with each other for his attention, all the while he is humiliating and emasculating them and siphoning all these women for their divine feminine energy. He might even start learning what their cycles are so he can mess with them. I don't know if he's made and forced several of these women to get even though he's the one that got them pregnant as well. And I don't know if that is crazy. And yeah, and his mother figure, his mom, is supporting this 1010%. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, look into his mom. Like, his mom ain't so innocent either. But this has come to an end. So something really dark and occult's going to come out. And this did happen with Young Thug, if I'm not mistaken, that they started, like, accusing him of sacrificing goats for ritualistic purposes to gain power. But so whatever voodoo he was doing on people or on these women, copycat. So I'm hitting something on, like, cloning and abs in there, and they're part of a ritualistic occult. And this was done for super cheap. Yeah, he would use women's energy and possibly like amniotic fluid to manifest stuff with his voodoo rituals. Like he really is into the spirit cooking shit. Okay, so I guess they include amniotic fluid. This is crazy. You know, I wanted to see if he was going to get locked up or something, but nah, like, he has strong faith in this dark occult shit, dude. Like, what? Yeah, he would use the relationships to siphon the women completely out of everything to gain power. This is dark-ass magic, and his friends were all into it, too. And they would completely drop their guard around him and let their, like, most devilish side come out. And that's why everyone's all quiet. Because some of them are recorded doing BDSM. Some of them are probably caught on camera peleándose for stupid shit. And some of them might even be, you know, pitching for the same team. And they don't want that to be outed. Others of them are pill poppers and they don't want that outed. So damn, people, like, what? What happened in those parties, yo? Was it like, oh, you can do whatever you want in these parties, and it's all good, it's all Gucci, nothing's gonna happen, and tracas, I recorded everybody just in case you all want to try to get one on me. Yeah. So he really liked this dark clown archetype and his dark liquor. So what about the liquor company? He felt like him and the liquor company had unfinished business, and that's why he's being outed, because he is asking the liquor company for his fair share of the money that they're making, I think. But he does have a chance of wiping his hands clean from this, because there's something that these investigators don't know that he's holding a secret onto. The other side, the other side, the other side. What other side? Yeah. Alright, but a family secret's gonna be exposed here. And he's not gonna be able to get away from this, and it's gonna bring down a Pisces or a Leo here. His family member. This could be one of his children, a Sagittarius, something that he did out of arrogance and recklessness, and a Queen of Pentacles. So I don't know if this is his mom or one of his baby mamas. I don't know how many baby mamas he has. Is it only one, two? Whatever. I never liked P Diddy. Like, the only song I liked was the one he stole from Sting after he murdered Biggie. In my gut, I honestly think he is behind Biggie and Tupac. Like, it's him. It's him, it's him, it's him, it's him. I'm willing to bet money on that. Yeah. Because he's going down for the killing of the King of Swords. There you go, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Tupac and Biggie were both Geminis. And one of them was a close friend of his. Yeah. And this is all coming new here. Because after casting a lot of illusions and trying to block a lot of truths from coming out, also it could be his kid that he's going to pin him for being a terrible father so he can get less time. But what's going to happen with his son here? He's not going to do so good in court either. Or he might sell out his dad in order to get free. Yeah. This King of Wands is not going to like the deal he gets. This Aries, this Pisces, this Sag or Leo, or he himself, since P Diddy is a Scorpio, is not going to like the offer he gets. The Tower moment's going to happen with this Tower. That he might not be let out. Right? He might be let out towards the end of all of this after he gives up enough information and then starts playing hardball with the judge or one of the judges. It's a government official that he's got dirt on, and it's like a big, like they're either a Supreme Court justice or they're like a high-level fiscal, like a prosecutor. But this right now, between Scorpio and Sag, he's not going to get out. They're still going to deny his bond. And it's going to have him and two other people feeling defeated. But he's still got another ace up his sleeve, which is that somebody could have accidentally unalived somebody at one of their parties by putting too much of something in their drink. It's giving like that episode of Black Mirror with John Hamm. I don't know if you've all seen it, where, spoiler alert, where he's like giving dating advice to this guy in the earpiece, and like the muchacho se le muere on him, and then that's how he ends up being in court. And they find him guilty, and they end up shining him. So I don't know. This is one of those situations where, because he did have like IVs and medical people on staff in case para que te recuperes from dehydration and stuff. This is not P Diddy. This is like the court official that I'm picking up on. And they thought this was like a skeleton that went away, but no. This fool has evidence on everybody. But what about P Diddy here? 10-10. This is an ending of a cycle. If he does walk, he's not gonna have a lavish lifestyle anymore. But right now, he might move to calmer waters around Aquarius season of 2026 or Virgo season of 2028. This trial is going to last about 8 years, which this means 2028. About 8 to 10 years. Because that's how much evidence they have to go through, and that's how much, like, who knows how many more charges he's going to get. About 7 more. How many more victims are going to come forward? About 11 more. Chingados. He's going to clog up all the court system, himself. Like, yeah. So for now, he ain't going nowhere. Ahí va a estar sentadito. But him and one of his kids might get into a fight, because there's going to be like a backstabbing within the family here, and it's going to cause a fight. There you go. And it's going to be something that is not going to give him any mental peace. Meanwhile, somebody else is celebrating secretly that he's in jail. And Aries, Virgo, Libra, Leo. What is this? 4 of Wands to the Hermit. A fated event. This was fated. Like, his time was up. Ya le tocaba pagar. Because life is like a restaurant. You can either pay after you order, or you can pay before you go. But you're paying for that. And he's losing sleep because there's going to be a really ugly truth that there's a charge that he's not going to be able to drop to lesser or wiggle his way out of. And as much as his lawyers are really, really working on it, the good news is coming to this younger Sagittarius, which I'm assuming is one of his kids. But the delays and stagnations are for him. And he doesn't see this coming. And maybe the mom or the grandma is coaching this grandchild to do this. Like, ni modo, your dad's already old enough. He had a long, good life. Blah, 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 blah. Tu no, mijo. Salte. Because, you know, they love the grandkids more. No se hagan. But, yeah. So they're keeping a really dark secret from P. Diddy within his own camp. Which is that someone's going to take a deal to possibly snitch on him. And I'm getting it's his kids. Or something about kids. And they're not going to want to talk to him anymore. Pero así no se mira mejor on the camera. Yeah. There ain't no love lost. Of course not. When it's all about the money, money doesn't know anything about love. And there's also going to be some gossip about a Queen of Cups possibly getting arrested in this. Who is this Queen of Cups? Someone that's about to be exposed either around Pisces or Taurus season. This is someone that was handling finances for him, and it's no longer going to be a mystery. Yeah. She could be cooking the books, could be a Leo. Or this could be like a güerita. And they could have been lying to a court official, or they already lied, like at a deposition or something, and it's about to backfire. Like, I thought you said you didn't know Mr. Combs. In reality, you and him were getting it on, and you were handling money for him. And he's very much into occult practices and is part of the club, aka the Order of Red Robes, whatever that is, red, black, and white robes. And they're about to be exposed, or he's getting kicked out of the club. The reason why he's in jail right now is because he is getting kicked out of the club. They're closing the door on him. And they've made sure that the justice has a strong case against him. And there's a justice that's a part of this club that's into all this weird occult magic and does not want people to know that. Mm-hmm. But I keep getting that it's a woman that's in charge of all of this. A Taurus, a Libra. And she's the one that's making the executive decisions here. His family is going to be torn apart over this. Like, I don't know how many decks I've been through already that the Ten of Cups is always in the reverse. Because he's going to be blocked off from communicating with them because of an offer he refused, but his kid's going to take. And he poses a flight risk, so... Que camina in the end, maybe, like in 8 years, but right now, no. And this is karmic. He has to pay. And this is going to be a 10-year cycle for him and this Queen of Cups. Whoever this Queen of Cups is, she's the one that was handling his money and is trying to get away with it. But was also one of his lovers, and it's going to go down for this. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she doesn't want to get arrested. Yeah, whole family's going down. A brother and a sister. Or his whole family's going to ghost him at one point. Okay, this is bad karma. Yeah, because he fired this woman. She's cooperating with police and being like, blah, 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 blah. He did this, he did that. But she lied about what she did to police. Like, she lied about what she did to police or to a court official of handling his money. Because at the time she was in love with him. But then when the switch up happened, or what did he do? When she realized he was going the wrong way, or she was going the wrong way in things. When shit wasn't sweet no more, because she realized everybody's skeletons were coming out, and she wasn't the only one. And that the spell work was backfiring, because it has to backfire and wear off at one point. That's when she was like, uh-oh, I really gotta save my skin. So everybody that's turning in on him is not because they're good people. It's because they're trying to save their own ass from being exposed. And it's like, no, if you were there trafficking people, drugging people, doing things to people against their will, and then to children as well, and then doing all this weird ritualistic satanic shit, you shouldn't be able to get a plea bargain. You shouldn't be able to get a plea deal. You shouldn't be able to get immunity. You should be locked up in there with him and not get out until kingdom comes. But damn, bro, this is my energy reading on P Diddy. My energy dips a lot. I'm gonna have to go to sleep because I literally fell asleep for 4 hours before I did this reading because I had a feeling it was gonna be that one, and I'm never gonna do a Jeffrey Epstein reading because that guy practiced so much occult things. It's not even funny. Like, you should search up what his cellmate was complaining about prior to Jeffrey Epstein passing away. He didn't get killed. He didn't. But this is my energy reading on P Diddy. If I feel called to do it again, I will, but I'm going to end it there. And this has been my pop culture reading on that. If you want any other celebrities for me to tap into or pull cards on, I will. On the YouTube channel, I have Christian Nodal and Jaguar Wright. I have Beyonce. I have Oprah. I have another one on Beyonce. And I have one on Jenny Rivera as well. But I'm going to leave it there, and I'm wishing you all the best. Bye-bye.